How can you not love a pickled red onion? If there's a food that I can add pickled red onions and a mayo-based sauce to, that's about as close to a home run as it gets for me, even if for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to also add in some kale. What? These turkey and kale power bowls with Sriracha lime mayo are the newest vehicle for me to get some pickled onions into my mouth. They only take about 45 minutes to prep and have around 574 calories and 40 grams of protein per meal. Here's how it's done. Start by cooking 1 cup or 180 grams of dry quinoa that you have rinsed. Add in 2 cups or 480 grams of water and cook that until it is softened and soaked up all of the liquid. I use my rice cooker to make the quinoa, so it requires absolutely no babysitting or real effort. If you don't want quinoa, rice will work just fine in this dish. Next, start pickling your red onion. Cut 1 medium red onion or 200 grams into thin slices from root to shoot. These are best when they have the chance to pickle for at least 12 hours, so if you are planning to eat the same day that you cook, try and do this step the night before. But if you're meal prepping on a Sunday for your first meal on Monday, your timing will be perfect. To a large mason jar, add 1 teaspoon or 6 grams of salt, 1 tablespoon or 12 grams of sugar, then add in 1 part water, which for me was about 1.5 cups or 360 grams, and 1 part white vinegar or about 360 grams. Stir the salt and sugar into the liquid until it dissolves, and then you can add in all of your sliced onions. Pack them into the jar, and if you need to add more liquid so that everything stays covered, pour in some more water and vinegar in equal amounts until it reaches the top. Then you can cap the jar and store it in the fridge to give the onions time to pickle. These should last for a few weeks. Next up comes the vegetables, starting with 1 bunch or 150 grams of kale. Look, I didn't want to have to put kale in this recipe, but sometimes you just need to shut the hell up and eat it because it's good for you. I pull away all the leaves because under no circumstances will I be eating the fibrous stems like I am some kind of tortoise. Chop the leaves into smaller pieces, and next comes the part that is number 1 bullshit. You have to massage the kale. This will help soften it up, and it makes it taste about 1% better in my opinion. Now what a cruel world we live in that you have to massage kale, only for it to still taste like complete shit when you get done. Next up is 2 medium red peppers or 300 grams worth that you're going to cut into a small dice. The way I like to cut peppers is to turn them upside down, going from the bottom to the top and cutting around the seed capsule. Then I cut those pieces into strips, turn the strips 90 degrees, and cut one more time to make my dice. The last bit of your chopping is to take 1 small sweet onion or 125 grams worth and cut it into a small dice. Sweet onions are my personal preference. A yellow onion will do the same job here if that is what you have available to you. Heat a large skillet over medium-high heat and add in 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of oil. Then place in 2 pounds or 908 grams of 93.7 ground turkey and season that turkey lightly with salt and pepper and leave it to brown. While browning, take some time to make your Sriracha lime mayo. Into a bowl, add 1/4 of a cup or 54 grams of mayo, 1/4 of a cup or 54 grams of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, 4 teaspoons or 20 grams of Sriracha, and 4 teaspoons or 20 grams of lime juice. Then you can sprinkle in a little bit of salt, stir it up, give it a taste test, and adjust any flavors as needed. The Greek yogurt helps stretch that mayo into more volume without adding too many calories from fat. When you taste it plain, it may feel a bit yogurty, but once you mix it into the meal, you won't notice it at all. You can divide that mayo into 5 smaller containers and store it aside until you are ready to plate. Once you finish the sauce, it will be time to tend your meat again. Flip the turkey over so that the other side can have a chance to brown, and once it's about 85% of the way done, add in 2 teaspoons or 6 grams of paprika and 1 teaspoon or 3 grams of ground coriander. I like to bloom the spices for a few seconds in a bit of the oil that is at the bottom of the pan before I mix it into the rest of the meat. Once you stir everything together and it's evenly distributed, reserve the turkey off to the side until later. To cook the vegetables, add another tablespoon or 15 grams of oil into a large skillet over medium-high heat and start with your onions and peppers first. Sprinkle a bit of salt to help encourage some of that water to come out faster and let them cook until the onions start to develop some color. Then you can add in the kale, and if you place a lid over the top for a minute or two, it will help it cook faster. I decided that my bowl was going to be my lid today, and I threw it over the top. After the kale has had the chance to wilt down a bit, add in 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of minced garlic and stir that up to distribute. Next, combine all of your components together in the skillet. Dump in all of your turkey as well as the entirety of the quinoa that you cooked earlier. From here, everything gets one last good sturdy mix followed by a taste test and any flavor adjustments that you see fit. Once it's at a place that you are happy with, you're finished cooking. It's going to go pretty quick if you double up on the pans on the stove and cook the vegetables and turkey simultaneously. You'll probably be able to finish in just over the time it takes the quinoa to cook in the rice cooker. This recipe makes 5 servings, so divide the contents of your skillet evenly between 5 meal prep containers. Make some room in one of the corners and add a ramekin of your Sriracha lime mayo to each dish. If you're planning to take these for lunch away from home, I would add some of the pickled onions to the top at this step as well. I'm not taking mine anywhere, so I'm going to add them after I reheat the meals. Each of these turkey and kale power bowls has about 574 calories with 40 grams of protein. They have quite a large volume of food in them, and many of you could easily get away with splitting this into 6 servings and still be completely satisfied. When the meals have cooled down close to room temperature, toss on the lids and move them into the fridge. They'll last for up to 5 days. For reheating purposes, pop it in the microwave until it's hot. Remove the mayo and any pickled onions before you do, because you don't want these to be reheated. Here's what our pickled onions look like after 12 hours in the brine. You know how fun it is to open your fridge and see this striking pink color every time? It's very fun. Highly recommend. You'll almost never catch me without pickled onions or pickled carrots in my fridge. Once the meal comes out of the microwave, I add my pickled onions to the top. I usually want one with every bite, so my normal amount looks a bit more excessive than what you see here. Then I drizzle my Sriracha lime mayo over the top. If it's too viscous to pour, a few drops of water that you mix in to loosen it up will solve your problem in no time. Having things to add at the top of your meal prep dishes like pickled onions or a sauce helps tremendously with the freshness aspect of meal prep. It's almost a trick to make you feel like you are eating freshly cooked food. The temperature, textural, and flavor variation you get from these condiments gives meal prep dishes an additional layer that come day 5 you will greatly appreciate. One of the things that I always tell people new to meal prep is to start with just one meal. Don't prep every meal of your week, you should leave some room for variation. I'm about a decade into meal prepping, and to this day, I mainly do one meal prep dish in the fridge at a time. Occasionally I'll do 2, and only once in a blue moon will I do all 3 meals. You should find where that sweet spot is for you. Figure out what you want to get out of meal prep, whether that's to save money, save time, or to meet your nutritional needs. Then you can build your plan around that goal and come up with a strategy to make it work for you. I meal prep mainly to save time. I don't want to have to think about meals, and the convenience of opening my fridge to a dish that needs to be simply tossed in the microwave to reheat makes my life easier and allows me to spend time doing things that I want to do. The money I save and nutritional benefits I get from meal prep are added bonuses to me. The written version of this turkey and kale power bowl recipe is published on my website, which is linked in the description below. Don't skip out on the pickled onions with this one. That and the Sriracha lime mayo are the best parts of this meal. That's all I got for you clowns today. Tune in next week when I play a game called Make a Vegetarian Meal or Gouge My Eyeballs Out with a Fork. See you later.